What's up, fam? It's your boy Demuir here, purveyor of all sounds underground. Thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel today. I know we took a little bit of a hiatus there, exactly one episode to be exact, but we are back in the mix with these videos and brilliant content for your viewing pleasure. So today I want to talk about what was inspired by an article I recently seen in Mixmag about artists who have found, or seemingly have found, a nice balance between working a full-time job versus, going full-on with music, which I thought was interesting. Because for me, it was an either-or sort of thing. But the article goes on to explain how some artists have just found a really nice balance. So what I'm going to talk to you about here today is just some of the differences and what would probably make sense for you in your journey towards becoming a professional DJ and producer. So why don't we jump into things right about now? But before we do that, what I need from you is that SLC. Hit subscribe, like, comment, and more importantly, hit the notifications bell to stay in touch with the new videos that we have up and coming. So point number one, I think the critical question to ask yourself is, how does this align with my goals? So how does it align with your goals in terms of where you want to go with DJing and production? Do you want to just be able to be in a position to say you're doing it much better, you're doing it well? Or do you want to be in a position where, I was saying for myself and my own goals, where I just want to be great. I want to leave a fucking impact on this industry in terms of my pursuit, and whatever is required, I'm going to go for it. But I knew in order to get to that, for a couple of years, I needed to straddle both sides, like do the 9 to 5, then come home, eat something, work out, and then full on from 7 to 2, sometimes 3 a.m., work on beats, and then get up the next morning around 6 or 7 and head back into the 905. But it's a very important question to ask yourself, how will this align to my goals? Because in my opinion, if you say, hey, I just want to do relatively better than what I'm doing today at a hobby level, then fine. You're obviously going to keep both your 9 to 5 and pursue your craft at the same time for some improvement. It's a no-brainer. But the moment you start crossing into bigger visions, you need to be great, you need to be at a certain level. I just firmly believe you have to put in so much to get so much out of it. But everybody's position on this is different based on the answer to that question. Point number two, regardless of the situation, whether you say you want to become a better DJ or you want to become great at DJing and production, maintaining a 9 to 5 is a good bridge in order to get to that, but you do need to put some timelines and, I guess, some vision around your goals as to when you'll get certain things done. Just saying, hey, I'll do both for a while and not really having a plan around it is exactly that. It's just a thought and it's not necessarily translating into action. So it's a good thing if it's applied correctly. Point number three is to know what you're signing up for. So when I said I want to leave a huge impact on this industry and just be great and be better than just doing it well, I knew that it would cost me so much in terms of not only the hard work, effort, and focus involved, but I knew there'll become moments where I encounter that say to me, hey, it's a little inconvenient right now. I've had to turn down many different parties, little get-togethers, hanging out with certain people that I actually want to spend some time with, quality time with, but that's just the lay of the land. You have to give so much to get so much in return, and it's just a reality that you need to prepare yourself for. And point number 4, I think it's very important to be able to measure success. So if you're going to straddle both the 9 to 5 and pursue this music thing, and depending on your answer in terms of what your goal is from the music thing, you need to be able to measure success. So one of those things could be, you maintain a good living, you're able to pay the rent without any problem, and at the same time, you've released on 3 reputable labels in the underground electronic music industry. You need to be able to put those goals out in front of you clearly. It looks different for everyone, but I think if you don't have a real measure of success, you're just sort of running around daydreaming and talking about shit and not really getting anything done that leads you to a certain destination. And point number 5, assuming you've done all of the other things that I've mentioned, it's very important to note the work effort involved at all times. You need to check in with yourself and say, hey, is what I'm doing in the pursuit of these goals hurting my current 9-to-5 situation? Is it hurting my family life? Is it adding value to my life on the other end? Is it making me feel more nourished and more full in terms of whatever I'm pursuing? Obviously, the latter parts of what I was saying is what you want to aim for. So regardless of what success looks like for you, regardless of what the alignment to your goals looks like to you, at the end of it, you want to be able to feel comfortable in your time and space and protecting that to ensure you get where you want to go. It's extremely important. So, if you're doing things on a regular basis that is requiring an extreme amount of work effort, but you're kind of like going nowhere, you're just spinning, and it's causing problems in the other areas of your life, you need to reevaluate that and not necessarily give up. That's the last thing I would say to you, but reevaluate your plan and say, okay, well, maybe I need to scale this piece back, but I will be at the desired level later on based on this timeline. Those are the types of conversations you need to continuously check in with yourself on. I could tell you straight up, I knew straddling both a 9-to-5, and going after music full on was a very temporary, bridged-based solution. I knew there would be times, and it's actually happened, where I've fallen asleep in my studio chair while finishing projects, making beats, or doing a mix at an inconvenient time because there was a certain deadline that it needed to be in. But that's all part of what I knew would be required to take me where I want to go. And now it looks a little different. It includes additional content, Patreon, residencies, at Radio FG and different clubs that I'm looking at. So all those things work for me, and I'm very happy with my life. But to somebody else, it might just be, damn, that's way too much. So very important that you check in with yourself against the work effort required versus where you want to go. And there you have it. Those are my thoughts on 9-to-5 versus going after music full on, and what to look for and what to expect, and some of the things you can hold yourself accountable to towards the journey of achieving your goals. Let me know your thoughts on this one. I would love to hear them because it's a question I often get asked by other aspiring DJs and producers in their come up and their particular journey. So I'd love to hear from you on it. I usually join a conversation within 48 hours of posting these videos, and you can also join our Discord server, where the conversation just continues with a lot of other like-minded people. Members are growing each and every day, and I just love what the community has become. Much love and respect to you. Peace.